Okay, so welcome to the video. Now, some of you may be triggered, you may be offended, and you may not like what I got to say in this video. Some of you might not, and then just some of you are going to love it. Some of you are going to, this is a really interesting video that nobody's going to make because they don't know or they don't care or whatever. Why is the vegan community dying off? I would say that the vegan, you go to supermarkets, there's more vegan stuff than ever before. I'd say we're peaking right now. I don't think it's really going to, I hope it does, but I feel it's not really going to go bigger than what it is now. I feel with all this carb phobia, all this, anti-vegan stuff out there, in the even vegan drama in the community, all the slander and all the nasty shit, just for people to make some Patreon money or some ebook sales, I really think that it's decaying the vegan online community. And I notice that everybody, 99% of vegan channels right now are getting less views than they were this time last year or 2 or 4 or 5 years ago. I'd say 2016 was when vegan social media was really peaking. So my channels definitely, all my channels have taken, actually my cycling channels, my other viral channels are going really good, but my vegan channels, not so good. And I noticed that all across the board. So we're going to go in depth in this one. We're going to look at a lot of different channels. We're going to look at who I helped get on YouTube, who used me in tags and stuff like that. It's going to be quite interesting. So anyway, I've had 190 million views on this channel alone. I've got other YouTube channels you may or may not know about. Some of them are quite viral. Some of them are just like cycling tips, running tips. And yeah, so that's 190 million views on just this channel. 10 years, so been uploading for vegan cycling content over 10 years. So anyway, let's go to some other channels that I helped create. And this is a really cool thing. You can type in who they use in their tags. So let's type in Chris Froome, cyclist. And we'll see that there's 6 months. So they had a tag Chris Froome. That's interesting, which is a little bit spammy because Chris Froome's not actually in the video. Let's type in DURIANRIDER. And we'll see what comes up. So yeah, so a lot of channels have used me to promote themselves. I'm totally fine with it. I don't care. I'm just saying that this is how I created the online YouTube world by people just tagging me in lots of videos, even if I'm not even in the video at all. People just tagging because they're like, DURIANRIDER's got some following. Let's try and catch in on or grab his followers and stuff like that. So it's food and sport. I use a lot of my stuff. Let's go to nutrition facts. Would nutrition facts tag DURIANRIDER? Who knows? So let's go to nutrition facts. Dr. Greb's website, the non-profit millionaire. DURIANRIDER. See if Dr. Greger. See Dr. Greger. He also tags the DURIANRIDER. All right. And does he tag freely? I'm not even in these videos. Oh, he's tagging freely as well. So that's pretty smart there. So coattailing there. Let's have a look at Freely. I guess Freely's up to living off grid in the resort there in Bali. Just checking out there. So let's put it on pause. Freely's hairy legs, my thoughts. Freely, she loved hairy legs back in the day, so I've got no issues with that. So Freely tagging DURIANRIDER. I helped Freely get on the YouTube monetization wagon, helped to get growing. So yeah, she would often tag me. I remember there was a time when I used to get more people stop me on the street and ask for a selfie or just say good day than Freely. It was quite funny. So yeah, Freely tagged me in all the videos to get going, which is totally fine, totally awesome, totally cool. So yeah, there we go. So it's just hundreds and hundreds of videos there. Let's go with Bonnie Rebecca. And then in doing so inspiring Freely to get on the YouTube vlog wagon, monetization wagon, and she inspired other girls to get on board because they're like, oh, Freely's really skinny, I coach Freely to lose all this weight. And other girls like, I want to get a body like Freely and lifestyle like Freely and have a boyfriend like Freely. So they got on board. And let's see what Bonnie Rebecca. She deleted a lot of videos I've noticed. So Bonnie's tagging me back in the day. I think she deleted most of her old videos, which used to tag us a lot. So tagging Freely as well. So again, that's what people do is even if we're not in the video, they tag us to get some hits. Now, I think a lot of the issue these days is if my Instagram account was deleted recently, and do you think if I hit any of these people up and said, hey, can you just give me a little shout out? No one's going to reply back. They're going to go, oh, nah, you helped me, Harley. You helped me get a career. You helped me find a boyfriend or a girlfriend or cure my acne or lose my weight or whatever, get me fit. You gave me life purpose, but get what? I give you a shout out for your Instagram page. I'm a bit busy right now. Maybe tomorrow. See you later. So I get that. I guess that's what's being like a parent's like, when you help your kids raise up and you give them everything, and then you want a phone call from your kids or whatever, or a hug or whatever, and they're like, mum, dad, fuck off. So it's all part of the deal, isn't it? But my goal in 2008 was to create an online fucking plethora of vegan athletes and models and dancers and just get the vegan message out there, and I did that. I succeeded with that, even though it is dying, but we'll get to that in a minute. John Intravenous, Durian Rider. I remember this guy a few years ago asking me for shout outs back in the day. So Venus is a guy who tagged me to get going back in the day. There's another guy, Simnatty Nutrition, also another natural bodybuilder. Definitely natural there. Only bad guys use gear, don't they? Nice guys don't use gear. Durian Rider. So tagging, a couple of tags there. Let's go vegan cyclist. And that was always my dream, is to have these bodybuilders on there, fake natty or not. I want them out there promoting vegan lifestyle. Just to show the other fake natty bodybuilders that you don't need to eat meat. If you're training hard, take enough gear, you can do it on plants. You don't need to eat animals, for sure. Durian Rider, vegan cyclist, another channel there. So you can see that, yeah, a lot of tags there. Vegan cyclist. Let's go to Joey Carbstrong. Joey Carbstrong, I helped a lot. I got him on YouTube. Created his channel name Joey Carbstrong because his name rhymes with Carbstrong. And Durian Rider. So I remember day one meeting Joey in 2014 at the Vegan Festival, Adelaide Vegan Festival, and told him to get on YouTube. So I got this guy's channel going from the day one. Created his channel name, helped him with shout outs, etc. Tags me videos, gets a bit of following. I'm sure Joe would help me out if I ask for a favour now. What else have we got? Vegan Couple, another channel name I created. Vegan Couple. Their channel was called Move Yoga or something like that, and I said, nah, have something vegan in the title. Vegan Couple, that's a good idea. Like, and they went about and doing quite well. Durian Rider. So how many of these channels do you think today would say, hey, Durian Rider, help me out? Or how many of these channels would give me a shout out? I don't think any of them would. I find, and it's not just they wouldn't give me a shout. They wouldn't give anyone. It's more about, can you make me money? What can you do for me? If not, bye, see you later. So, Vegan Couple, another channel got going. Vegan Gains. I don't have any hate to anyone or whatever, or social climbers or whatever. I'm glad people out there promoting the high carb vegan message, carb strong message. That's good. Durian Rider. Vegan Gains, another guy I got on YouTube from day one, and told him to do the muscle flex and stuff like that. So Vegan Gains, Durian Rider, tags me in most of his videos. And also we got Tori. Tori's doing quite well with her fitness and stuff. Definitely got her up on, she was working in a reception job. She hated it. I'm like, just fuck that off. Quit your job, get on YouTube, ride a bike, loan her one of my bikes, and she's just loving it. Getting a little troll video we did in Thailand. So yeah, Tori doing great. Just tagging it up, getting it going. Tori's a great example of just like turning life around. Being, having all these issues and going through the traditional, whatever people do when they have certain situations in life, going through that traditional, pharmacy or doctors or whatever, the professionals, and the professionals do nothing for anyone. And then you get me come along and say, don't do any of that shit. Quit your job. Do what you're passionate about. Live healthy. Get off the caffeine. Get off that alcohol. Get off all the drugs. Total no drugs at all. Just heal yourself, and then boom, just commit to fitness and lifestyle. Mad transformation there. Mad transformation. Good work. Let's see what we got. Who else have we got on the channels with a few videos? Let's go with who have we got? Big channels. Who else we got? The Vegan Corner. That's a channel that freely got help can get going. I remember they would write to her back in the day, and so freely they would tag her and stuff, and they were, you know, I don't know if Freely follows them anymore because I think she got a bit burnt out with people asking for favors, and then when she needed a favor, people dropped her as well. So it is, you know, there's a lot of social climate going on in the YouTube world, but that goes with any world. So I find, what other channels have we got going? There's a few more I was thinking of before. We've got Maddie Limburner. Maddie's getting some views. Helped her monetize her account. She stayed, her and Kyle stayed at my house rent free for a few years back, and got them going. Also doing the high carb vegan thing. So yeah, stuff like that. The DURIANRIDER tags. We had High Carb Hannah. That's another one. High Carb Hannah. Monetized her account. Created her channel name for her. Back in the day, she came to Thailand. DURIANRIDER. I helped her with the thumbnails. Those thumbnails she's got. So I'll make your channel go viral. There's a little bit of a vegan beef there for a bit, and I've said, look, this is just not good for you, not good for us. Take down those videos. I'll help you get viral. And I said, you know, and my tip was work on the thumbnails. Work on the thumbnails. So again, High Carb Hannah, got cranking on there. Her partner she met through me, Derek, another guy I got on YouTube a few years back. Derek, he actually came to Adelaide. He lived in Adelaide for a bit with one of my friends, and got him going. DURIANRIDER. So yeah, so again, it's just, you know, the classic DURIANRIDER sort of titles, just sort of funny shit. But yeah, Handyman, got him on the YouTube. He's getting some, let's get some views there. And also we got Prank Nation, Brooke, my son. He's my son. He's actually my son. We got him going on the YouTube. I remember Brooke wrote me a few years ago. He saw me at Norton Summit, and so we've done some sort of funny. If you haven't seen some of these prank videos, go and have a look. They're quite funny, quite funny. How many views has Brooke had now? 52 mil. He's got another channel as well. But yeah, so it is quite an interesting one out there. James Aspie, he's another guy I got on the YouTube. What's he up to these days? James, and can't change the channel name. And DURIANRIDER. Boom. So yeah. So tag on the DURIANRIDER. Getting on those tag gains there. We got what else? There's a few in my head. I'm just slipping right now. Bite-sized vegan. That's right. Emily was on my forum 30 bananas a day for a while, promoting herself. Got her a bit of a going on. And did she ever tag me in videos? Did she ride on the DURIANRIDER coattail? Boom. Gary Yaroski, that's who we want to see. So yeah. So Emily would tag me in a lot of her videos. Let's go Gary Yaroski. I don't think he would have tagged me, even though we do promote him a lot. I got him going. Gary Yaroski. I think he hasn't made videos anymore, does he? No, that's right. He got a big payout and just quit. You know, a lot of these vegan activists get money and then they quit. Oh, Gary Yaroski does tag me. Okay, so you know, it is quite interesting out there how people will social climb. They will get money. I'm not trashing anyone in particular in this video. I'm talking about in general humans. Some people I'm still super fans of. Some people I'm a bit disappointed in. But yeah, humans, you know, you'll get. I would say, let's talk about me then. So I'm not fucking trashing anyone. I would say I work harder now than I ever have before. You know, there's back in the days where I was earning insane money, and I wasn't really working that hard. I was thinking I was doing all right, but I earn on my vegan stuff. I earn less now than on my viral stuff. I still crank on that, but I'm more passionate now than ever before because I see that we need this change in society. And the reason why the vegan community online is dying is because everyone's going in there to take. Fleeing air that's coming to my head. Everyone's going in to take. There's not much cross collaboration going on. You know, it's more about you know, annihilating competition, etc. So even Earthing Ed tags me. So we have you know, so many channels who came off the back of of yours truly, and even Ellen Fisher as well. Ellen Fisher was another one who tagged me in freely. So it is an interesting setup, but why it's dying is because the reason why I created this community is because I was so giving of my time. I was giving shout outs to people. I was monetizing people's accounts. I was letting them stay at my house. I was like giving them one-on-one coaching. I was helping them with their family issues or buying them bikes or loaning them laptops and then having to go to the fucking police to get it back. Doing all sorts of stuff. Really, my Patreon money, I used to spend 100% giving to people, buying helmets and brakes. And I was like, what the? Looking back now, I'm like, what was I doing? These people just stabbed me in the back so fucking hardcore afterwards. It's almost like you buy a helmet for someone or buy some brakes for them and then they go, Harley's a rapist or Harley's a murderer or whatever. It's just like fucking insane, man. So there is a lot of people in the vegan community with some mental health issues. I get that, and with some of them need some healing. Actually, cheap Charlie Chronicles just came in. So we have a lot of the people out there who are a little bit, a bit cooked. Another channel was inspired to go to Thailand by. So he said he was inspired to go to Thailand by. So yeah, cheap. He's if you want to see what Thailand's about, then go check out Cheap Charlie Chronicles, another channel that got on board because of DURIANRIDER. So it is, Adrian G, another channel we got going back in the day. What's he up to these days? Adrian G, 1.4 million subs. DURIANRIDER. That was back in the day. We did this one, some pranks in Adelaide. So yeah, we have a lot of things going on. But what happens is people, especially let's talk about the vegan community, is people get up this fame level and then they forget where they came from. They forget all about that. So, and that's what's killed the movement. Look at my example, be my festival in Thailand. People, hundreds of thousands of people went to Chiang Mai, and it became this like place that you have to be there. You've got to go to Chiang Mai because I'm going to launch my career on social media. And then in 2016, that's the worst thing I ever did for fucking social media was break up with Freely at the fucking festival. Stupid fucking move, dumb move. We should have done it afterwards. And so then all the shit fucking started going there, the infighting and the nonsense and the drama and divisions and all that, and they just eroded the vibe massively. And so then it became this like family divorce in public at the festival. Really stupid. Worst mistake I ever did, in terms of building a community. Worst thing ever. Big regrets there. Should just wait till afterwards. It did not work. It was just a bad timing. And mistakes you make. So the community's dying right off. Let's go to Social Blade. So I was on this before. So you got Sorsha, almost 100,000 subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers. 64,000 views in the last 30 days. Let's go Bonnie Rebecca. See, I'm a analyst of all this stuff. So 288k, losing subs, bleeding subs hard. She's got 366k. 366,000 is a lot of fucking subscribers, and just losing subs every day. So 360, so things like that. So it is an example that the vegan community across the board is getting less views than ever before. Freely 1.3, for almost 1 million subs. That's not a lot at all. Fully Raw Christine's also another girl. Got on the YouTube wagon. Fully Raw Christina, 1 million. She's got 1 million subscribers. That's incredible, and 687,000 views. So a lot down from what she used to get. So Maddie Lim Burner. And again, these people don't put up any controversial content. It's all very, very like chill and family friendly. 291, 1.2. That's that's all right. That's not too bad. Let's go with Natasha. Natasha is cranking it up there. We're working on some good vegan content coming up there. And Natasha's channel, she's definitely going to be a superstar. Will Natasha save the vegan online community, inspire a whole generation of young women to come through? We'll see 1.9 million and only 42,000 subscribers. 15,000 subscribers in the last month. Look, check that out. 2,900 subscribers in a day. So yeah, it's just slowly, getting that building up over time. So we did this one here. This is taken off. So it is it is crazy how you type in my name, all this bullshit comes up or whatever. And so I guess that scares off a lot of vegans. And then they go, oh, I won't listen to Harley, then I'll try someone's, diet, and then they do too much cacao or too much oil or not enough carbohydrate, or have, guilt of eating too many bananas, or I can't have ketchup because it's got sugar in there. And then they just go, I tried that vegan thing, and I didn't really feel good. And I followed like the big time vegans. They got like 500,000 million subscribers, and it didn't really work. And so I'm no thanks for vegan. It's just like, it doesn't work. It's full of weirdos, and so that's why we're doing ourselves a mad disservice, Fully Raw Christina. I remember her day one from getting on YouTube. Met Christina in 2006 and said you should get on the thing. Oh, she doesn't take me that much. Freely, I bet she would have taken a lot. Helped her come up with a channel name. Yeah, so she tags Freely quite a fair bit. There we go. So yeah, it is an interesting world out there, but that's why it's dying off. People just not really sharing the love. It's more, they're not getting people on board. It's more just about, what can I get from people. It's a bit like going to, I guess a good example would be to go to a vegan potluck, and you go there just to take the food, or you just go there to get a selfie with DURIANRIDER or Freely or someone like that. But you're not actually bringing anything. You're not going to carry on. You're just going, what can I get from this? It's not like, what can I give? People go, what can I get? So people come in, they've seen my festival, they've seen my channel, they've seen the lifestyle. They're like, I want to go in there, I want to have DURIANRIDER's lifestyle. What can I get from DURIANRIDER? What can I get from him? And that mentality gets people very successful individually, but at the expense of community. And that's why everybody's channel now is slowly dying off. I'd say the incomes are starting to pitter-patter down. Ebook sales will be less than before because people aren't as hyped for the vegan as they used to be. When it was just, people were super fresh, they'd come to Thailand or hang out with me or whatever, and they're like, oh, fucking Adelaide's awesome, Harley's awesome, blah, 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 So people were coming to get, but they weren't coming to give. I did a court case recently where I lost, because I had two witnesses who stabbed me in the back and wouldn't back me up, Joey Carlster and Velo Vegan. When it came to go to court, even though they witnessed the assault against me, they wouldn't back me up. So even though they were happy to use my name to build their social media profile, they were happy to use that, happy to use DURIANRIDER, they weren't happy when DURIANRIDER asked for a favor. So, this is how it is. We live in a world where people will take from you, but will they give back when you need a favor? That's how you know who your friends are. Ask people for favors, all right? If you have a doubting of like, is this person really into me, or are they just climbing off me, or are they just mooching or leeching off me? Ask them for a fucking favor, Ask them for a favor that they would ask you, and then see what's going on there. And that can be very hurtful for some people because you might get met with resistance, but at least it'll give you clarity of what the fuck you're dealing with. So anyway, hopefully that's explaining that is dying off. Everyone's channels are like dying right off because of the drama, and there's drama and there's fucking pernicious drama. A little bit of fucking banter's healthy and fun, but when it's really pernicious and full fake accusations, like DURIANRIDER, like when you go and attack the YouTube granddaddy DURIANRIDER who's built everyone's fucking channel up, and then you go and attack me and say I'm this, I'm that, then it just erodes the whole platform. And so some people might say, "Oh, that's Shills doing that. That's Shills doing that, attacking you, trying to discredit you. They're Shills." I don't think they're Shills. I think they're just fucked up people who aren't really vegan themselves, and they just want to get some ebook sales and some Patreon money. DURIANRIDER did this to my wife. No, your wife did that to me, bro. Get over it. And so they just, they ride on that, and so that's definitely causing a bit of, I can't really prove it, but I'd say it could cause doubt in some people because they just go to the vegan world and they go into a Facebook group and it's just like, oh my God, it's like we're on that vegan. There's a vegan Facebook the other day of 100,000 people on it, and there's a bit of banter about me on there, and the thread just blew up. It just blew up, and people are fighting each other. DURIANRIDER sucks. No, DURIANRIDER saved my life. DURIANRIDER's fucked. No, DURIANRIDER helped me get a career. And all this like, and the moderator just did a good thing. They deleted the entire thread and brought peace back to the group. But it goes to show like imagine if you're a new vegan, right? And you go into that Facebook group and you wake up to that. And you're like, what? you're going to go, these vegans are fucking crazy, man. Batshit crazy. So I think a little bit of banter is healthy, but when it goes to full fake allegations, then that's when it gets all fucked up. Bit of banter, disagreeing about the diet and stuff. Yeah, that's good, man. That's really healthy because it shows people, that's not sustainable. Being orthorexic about sugar or whatever, can't eat at Domino's vegan pizzas because it might have been made in the same fucking establishment as a bacon pizza or whatever. So all you can eat as a vegan is carrots you grow in your own backyard. Don't step on any ants when you go pick the carrots out. So I think it's good that we challenge each other's nutritional beliefs in a respectful, objective manner. But when it comes to this all this other fake shit, and it just destroys people's dreams, and it's a bit like doping in cycling. Cycling is doping. That's how it is. All sports is doping. Swimming, running, bodybuilding, it's all doping. So, but because Lance Armstrong, the biggest of the big daddies, got tarnished with doping, it destroyed. It didn't destroy. It definitely tarnished cycling a lot. And in the best interest of the oil companies, the best interest of the other sport companies, cycling's got a problem. UFC, we're clean over here. We're not cyclists. Ha ha ha. Dana White's a fucking roidhead. Look at how fucking swole he is. Joe Rogan. I saw the other day said Joe Rogan's not a steroid user. One week shot of TRT is not steroid user, Charlie. That's just how it fucking is. 250 milligram a week will fucking, for long term, transform your whole fucking physique, bro. But we have speaking of steroids, let's go to another one just came up to my head. So we've got all this sort of this banter out there, there's all this fucking banter out there. And I think it doesn't help at all. So we have a lot of stuff going on, So even Glucose Network, another channel name I created, Glucose Network. Anything with sugar, banana, high carb, I was in on it. Bananiac, Tino. I haven't seen Tino for a long time. These names just popping up in my head. This is just coming up random thoughts. There's no script with DURIANRIDER, just random thoughts. Met Tino at Woodstock Fruit Festival. Encouraged him to get onto YouTube. So yeah. So Tino tags me. Mick the Vegan. Does he? He's a bit more of a what I would call a Patreon vegan. Just puts up content now and then, gets paid quite a lot of money for it. DURIANRIDER. Would he tag DURIANRIDER? Oh, a bit. So yeah. Life with Generator. What's he up to? But yeah, so that's the issue, is that we are seeing across the board. So Dan the Man tagged me a lot. Vegetable Police, another person living off Patreon money, living off the vegan Patreon money. Does he tag the Durian? This dude's crackpot. Don't drink turpentine, kids. Oh yeah, so another channel that tagged the fuck out of me to get a head up, but they would never publicly acknowledge that. So snake diet, camera conspiracies. So yeah. Anyway, that's a little rant and rave there. That's why the vegan community is dying across the board, because you got all these people come in just looking for what they could get from it, not what they could give to it. It's more about how much money can I earn to go live in Thailand or live a digital nomad lifestyle in USA or whatever. And that's fantastic if you're really contributing, providing value. But when you go in there just with greed, just taking and forgetting where you came from, forgetting people who helped you out, forgetting people who inspired you, then what I call it is a gratitude deficiency. And you'll see all these people develop a lot of mental health issues, a lot of confusion, lack of purpose, lack of drive. They're getting free money and they're just like, they're just feeling quite listless and stuff like that. So that's a bit of insight there. That's probably the only video on YouTube that's talking about the social climate paradigm, or what erodes communities and things like that. So I could talk for hours on this one. So yeah, again, no hate to anyone in this video. Maybe it's a little bit of disappointment here and there, maybe a little bit of frustration with some people, but there's no genuine hate from me. Looking back, I understand my goal was, aggressively build the vegan community, get as many channels up as possible. You're a good talker, you should get on YouTube. You look hot, you should get on YouTube. You've got fake netting muscle, you should get on YouTube. was just getting everybody on. I didn't give a fuck if you know who you were, what your background was, if you're a meth dealer in Adelaide, or if you're some ditzy HBB from East Suburb City. I didn't care. I was like, I want to get people on YouTube and I want to build this fucking community and blow it up. And I did that. And when I had my own personal dramas in my relationship, then people saw that as an opportunity to like push me down, get rid of me as competition, and put themselves up. And so that was my fault for, you know, just not really being filtered and just having that aggressive goal of building a community. And I have a couple of little regrets here and there, but in general, would I still promote these people as much as I have? Some of them yes, some of them no. But you know, this is life for children. This is all my first world problems. So that's a little rant right there. And you know, I remember I read a book back in 2004. It was The Purpose-Driven Life. It's a Christian book actually, and it has some really great things about building communities. So I used all those tenets, you know, in my mission there, building that online vegan community, and it definitely worked. So if you want a good book to read let's see if that's still in prep. I think it's called Purpose-Driven Life. There we go, Rick Warren. So that is a great book to read. I would really recommend that one. Purpose-Driven Life. It talks a lot about God and stuff, which I'm not too into, but I'm into the basics of that. You know, find a purpose and live it and build it up. So anyway, there's probably another 100 or so vegan channels I've missed out. I didn't mean to miss anyone out. I was just thinking off the top of my head randomly. The channels that I helped create or inspired by me, who would tag the heck out of me to get a foot. Even Dr. McDougall. Even Dr. McDougall would be tagging DURIANRIDER. Let's have a look at that. So I find that quite amusing. So you know, it is quite funny. Even McDougall's on the DURIANRIDER tag wagon. So I promoted McDougall a lot over the years. So there you go. You think you tried everything? Try Ultra 4. People ask me what do you think of the McDougall diet. I promote it a lot, still do. I just don't think starch for breakfast works as good as fruit. It doesn't. I don't think it. I know it doesn't. You've got to have that cleansing property of fruit first in the mornings. Oats for breakfast comes with coffee, doesn't it? Who has oats for breakfast and doesn't have coffee afterwards? Because it's like, it's heavy. You know, it's heavy. You've got to have fruit for breakfast. Oats, coffee, and cacao go hand in hand. Fruit for breakfast, the best. Anyway, it's a bit of a long video. More videos to come. We're on 190 million views on this channel, but it's all good. Social media, what a world it is. What a change it can create, what income exchange it can create. It's incredible. I'll never stop using social media. Even if YouTube dies off, I'll go on another platform or start new accounts or whatever. I'm here for good. Social media, fucking love it.